Okay. So investigators phase. Who wants to go first?
I will. I can turn in. And because you got to deal with a hunting horror, right?
Yes, I do.
Well, it's up to you. Then.
Well, okay. Let me go first. My combat is a 4. His combat is a 2.
Roland, the ex-Fed, is the one we count on for combat.
So it's 4 to 2, but I only will do 1 damage, and he's a 3 damage person. But I have a plan for that. My guard dog. -1, so he's got 1 damage on him. I will do another one of those attacks, 4 to 2. Elder sign, which is, for me it's +1 for each clue on your location. No clues,
That's okay.
but I'm a successful test, so he gets his 2nd damage.
Isn't he? Oh, he's a 2/3 too.
Yeah. So now I'm going to move and take an attack of opportunity, which is 1 and 1. And I put those on the guard dog, but the guard dog does 1 back on the hunting horror as part of his ability, so he goes to the void.
Why did you move when you don't have to take?
I took an attack of opportunity and I defeated my guard dog, but my guard dog did the 3rd point of damage on him to get rid of him. And now I'm there where I can turn in 2 clues.
To the void.
Yeah, he'll be back. And I'm exhausted in the museum halls.
Okay.
It's your turn.
1. Second action is to turn in my clues so we can grab an exhibit hall. Unrevealed.
Right.
So those are my
That's 2 actions.
first 2. I'm gonna. I'm going to go down to the exhibit hall.
That's your 3rd action?
Yep.
Okay.
Shroud of 3, 4 clues. Forced, after you fail a skill test while investigating this location, take a horror.
Well, that's a good place for you to be.
Yep.
And not me.
Daisy, the librarian, who we count on for getting clues.
And you're exhausted?
And I'm exhausted, and this is a victory point for clearing it out.
Okay, there's no enemy phase, so upkeep phase, a resource, and a card. Oh boy. Oh boy, I've got a good hand here.
We usually don't say that aloud.
Well, I don't tell you what's in the hand. You're right, I didn't ready myself.
Doom?
So Doom, the 3rd of 5.
Counter. Test 5 willpower.
Did you test that? Or was
It's
it?
no test.
Okay.
It's there.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Test 5 willpower for each point you fill by discard the top card of your deck. I'm gonna need, I got it.
I can't help you. I'm not in the same location.
I think I'm going to use my ward of protection. So
That just goes away.
it goes away
Just get to ignore it.
for 1
1 resource. Okay. My encounter card.
Yep.
Stalked in the Dark, Revelation. If hunting horror is in play, it readies, engages you, and attacks each investigator at your location. Otherwise, stalked the dark gains surge. So it's not in play, so it's surge. Pick the next encounter card. Passage into the Veil. Revelation test 3 willpower. This test has +2 difficulty if hunting horror is at your location, which it is not. If you fail, you must either choose one, discard the top 5 cards of your deck, or take 1 direct damage and deal 1 damage to each of your ally assets. Okay, well that wouldn't be so bad. But it says, oh, it's not for each, it's just a plus, it's just a pass-fail, so it's not, you know, if you fail by 3, you got to do this 3 times. Okay. Okay, so I'm testing 3 willpower. I am a 3 to start with. I am not going to boost that. So it's 3 to 3. Worst case, I take a damage. -1. So I take a physical damage. But that's my strong point.
Right.
Okay. Well, I'm going to turn in 2 clues as 1 action and probably... Well, no. I'm going to play a card, turn in 2 clues, and then maybe move into that new location.
All right.
You want me to do it, or you want to go first?
Go ahead.
Okay. So my first action is then turn in 2 clues, and I'll take the next location, hallway location.
Exhibit hall.
Oh, I don't want to look at that. All right, so there's a second exhibit hall in play. I am going to play... Why? Oh yeah, I guess. I'm going to play Prepared for the Worst for a resource cost of 1. That is, search the top 9 cards of your deck for a weapon asset and add it to your hand, and then shuffle the deck.
Bet you enjoyed getting that one.
Well, I get to look at all 9. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, that's
the knife the only one?
Kind of crummy. Yeah, the knife is the only one. That's add it to my hand, and then I got to shuffle. So that was a sort of a bummer. That shadow, or that hunting shadow, or whatever the guy was, he's a 3. And I don't know, once the other start... Oh, were we supposed to put the other card on him when he came into play?
Who?
There's
no, there's a...
The story tells us when to do that?
Yeah, and there's cards that tell us when to do that.
Okay. So
he's by himself until the...
Right, until the story tells us
and
he's
then
not
it
by
sticks
himself.
to him.
Right. Okay. Okay, so that was my second action. My cards are shuffled again. That was unfortunate. I'm going to move as my third action down into this newly placed exhibit hall. 4 clues, shroud of 3. Forced after you fail a skill test while investigating this location. Lose 1 action. And I'm exhausted down there. Crumb. It's a shroud of 3. And I've got a couple flashlight uses, so. No enemy phase, because there's no enemy in play. Resource and card.
All right. I'm going to investigate.
Well, it's not our investigation turn yet, young lady. We've got the mythos phase.
You just did that. You went first.
I am sorry. You're right.
Okay.
Don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking.
Okay. 5 to 3. -1. Skull.
The skull is -1, -3 instead if hunting horrors at your location. So it's -1.
-1. 5 to 3. -2.
Got it. And that's a
And
victory point if we clear that location.
fast. Working a hunch.
You get it. Victory point
Clear
and
the
two
room.
more exhibit halls to that's wonderful. Good job. And you're exhausted
And
there?
I'm exhausted, yep.
This is the same thing. It's a victory if you clear it, but I'm not the knowledge person you are.
On or off the game.
Ignore that comment. I'll edit it out, don't worry. Okay, so now it's enemy phase.
Yes.
And there's no enemy phase, so it's upkeep phase. Is that guy an elite enemy? He is, isn't he?
Which one?
There's only one enemy.
The hunting horror. No.
He's not elite?
Yes, he is. Sorry, I was
Okay.
looking at the wrong text.
Right. So we both ready our cards. 4th of 5 dooms.
Encounter. Slithering behind you. If hunting horror is in play, add a doom to it. If it's not in play, search the encounter, search the void, ooh, and spawn it at my location.
At your location. Crumb.
Engage with me.
So he engages with you?
Yeah.
He's a hunter, he retaliates. And at the start of the enemy phase, we have to do that random token from the chaos bag. He does 1 and 1.
Okay, let me see what I've got here.
Oh, we could have done without. Mind counter card.
I can evade him.
That's good. Mind counter card. That'd be a good thing, especially since you've cleared. Stalked in the dark. If hunting horror is in play, it readies, engages you, and attacks each investigator at your location. Well, I don't get that. Otherwise, stalked in the dark gains surge. So this is if he's in play. Well, he is in play. It readies, engages you, and attacks each investigator at your location. Does that mean he moves over to me, moves locations? I wouldn't
Read
think
it out
so.
again.
If hunting horror is in play, it readies, engages you, and attacks each investigator at your location. Otherwise, stalked in the dark gains surge. I think it just surges.
Yeah, because
It's not in my location.
Does it attack me though?
No, it says at your location, and you're not in my location.
Okay.
Arcane Barrier attached to your location. Crap. This is the to move in or out.
Oh.
It takes a test of 4 willpower. If successful, discard it. Otherwise, you must either cancel the effects of the move or discard the top 5 cards of your deck. Okay, well, that's not so bad. I have an option if I want to give up 5 cards. So the agenda moves forward the next mythos phase.
All right.
You want to go first?
Yeah, let me try to parse this out here. My agility is 2 to begin with. His agility is 2. I'm going to play manual dexterity to bring my agility up to 4.
4 to 2, and you're trying to evade.
Correct.
He's a hunter, which we have to remember.
Maybe those chips that you have over there, grab them, and if there's a hunter, put like a red chip on him. That would so help me remember.
In other scenario, even because this guy's a hunter, he's the only enemy. You want to do that anyway?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to go ahead with your evade attempt?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Fortitude. Skull, which is -1. If you fail,
Yep. Didn't fail.
blah blah. Okay. So you are evaded. Or if there's not red, you can choose another color.
Yeah. I mean, that's a good idea when there's lots of enemies in play. I mean, this scenario, it's only one enemy.
Like one color could be elite, one color can be
Well, the card position.
hunter.
So your second action, get out of dodge.
Yeah. My second action
Remember,
is
he's a hunter.
to move there, and he is still evaded. Now I'm going to turn in 2 clues
As your third action.
as my third action. Put the
Let's get
third
along.
exhibit hall. And I am exhausted here at the museum halls.
Yeah, and since he's evaded, he won't move this enemy phase, so that's
Right.
lucky. All right. Well, I'm going to investigate. I'm going to play one of my uses of my flashlight to take it down to 1. So I'm 3 to 1.
Right, you can investigate.
Yeah, this isn't.
Oh, go
This is
in
the
or out.
this is the move in or out. It's not
Sorry.
it's not the
Yeah.
locked door, which is up there. Three to 1, -2, so I succeed. I'm going to use my other flashlight use to do that again. 3 to 1. Skull is
Minus one.
-1, so I succeed.
All
So that was
right.
my second action.
So
And
we can get
my third action is to move up here.
we can
or-
get all but one of the exhibit halls out.
Yeah, the odds are in our favor. But I've got to test 4 willpower to try to get out. I'm a 3. I don't want to play. I'm just going to go 3 to 4. The only one that'll do me any good. Well, there's 2, the +1 and the Elder Sign tokens. 17 or 18 tokens, there's 2, -4, lost its top, so I fail. But I'm going to discard 5 cards
To get out.
to get out. And hope to heck I don't discard good cards.
See, that's why I just can't do that. I just can't.
Well, you've got that You got that bad. What's that called?
Beyond the Veil.
Beyond the Veil. Okay, so here's one card, emergency cash. The other knife. Evidence is 3, 4 is guts, and 5 is vicious blow. So that's not terrible. I'm exhausted in the museum halls. Enemy phase, he doesn't do anything.
In
the upkeep phase, he'll ready, right?
All right.
So the upkeep phase, we're all ready, and the enemy readies. Get a card. How many cards do you have?
4.
Okay. So the agenda advances, right? Because this will be the 5th doom.
Correct.
The agenda is the bad guys story.
From the shadows of the museum halls, a terrible creature slithers forth, long and serpentine, and propelled by black leathery wings. If hunting horror is in play, add 1 doom to it. If hunting horror is not in play, search the void.
He is in play.
And it spawns.
He is in play.
He is in play.
Yeah, so we put a doom on him.
Yeah.
That's all we have to do, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then there's the next agenda.
Shadows deepen. The shadows in the museum grow and become darker. As the shadows lengthen and shift, they begin to suggest the sinewy body of an uncanny creature darting at the periphery of your awareness. Forced, when hunting horror enters play, which is already in play. So
it doesn't.
Attach the set-aside copy of Shadow Spawn to it, or add 1 resource to Shadow Spawn if it's already attached.
So we don't have to do that right now until it comes back from the void, right? When it enters play.
Well, and it's alone. It's by itself right now still.
Yeah, what I'm saying is we don't have to do that part right now that says when Shadow Spawn enters play, because he's got to go to the void and then he will enter play, right? Isn't that how you'd interpret that?
Shadow Spawn it tells you by a card to attach.
When hunting horror enters play, attach the set-aside copy of Shadow Spawn to it. Or add 1 resource to Shadow Spawn if it is already attached. But the key is when hunting horror enters play. Well, it's not entering play until it comes back from the void. Wouldn't you interpret it that way?
Yes.
All right, so doom of 7 to advance that. So once we defeat him and he comes back, when he comes back, a Shadow Spawn, he'll come back with Shadow Spawn. All right. So that was the agenda advancing. Now we got to do encounter cards.
Yep. Twist of Fate.
When did that doom go on him? Was that because of this?
It was because I think it was one of your encounter cards.
No, if hunting horror is in play, add 1 doom to it. Because I was going to say, if it was already there, it would go away when we did the mythos. But
Reveal random token from the chaos bag.
Twist of Fate. Treachery. Omen.
Elder Sign.
If you reveal an elder sign or positive number, nothing happens. My encounter card. Ephemeral exhibits terror. Test 3 willpower. If you fail, lose 1 action for each point you fail by. Oh, crap. Okay, I'm a 3 to 3.
What is it? Willpower?
I can make myself a 4. No, it's knowledge.
I can up you by 2.
I'll go to 4 to 3.
6 to 3.
You're going to make me 6 to 3. Thank you very much. And I'm going to help you back here the next turn. My investigation phase 6 to 3. -1, so I don't have to deal with that. That's good. Okay. We both have plenty of resources, but I have kind of a teamwork card, which would be helpful to both of us. Your Necronomicon is in here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing in here is your basic weakness.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're pulling cards, that's the only thing you have to worry about.
Yeah.
Plus getting down to 0 cards in your deck. Okay. So one action I'd like to play a card, turn clues, move in. We don't need to move into this location. We'll want to move into the others first, right? Because we know this isn't the...
Right.
Okay, so that's what I would like to do.
And
I'd like to do it first before you move.
Okay.
Okay, so my first action is to play Stand Together. Spirit, choose another investigator at your location. Both you and that investigator draws 2 cards and gains 2 resources.
Okay.
So you get 2 cards and 2 resources.
All right.
Now, this guy's going to move in the enemy phase, so we really don't want to be there unless I'd be ready to combat it. And then when he goes back, and he comes back, he'll come back with Shadow Spawn. So if we want to avoid him... Okay. My second action will be turn in 2 clues.
Exhibit Hall number 4.
Okay. And then my third action will be to move down into that exhibit hall. Shroud of 4, 2 clues. Force staff to enter this location. Discard 2 cards from your hand at random. Oh, crap.
What is it the restricted hall?
Crap. No, it's not the restricted hall. But I tell you what, that you don't have to. I do. And I'm telling you, I have some really nice cards. I don't want to lose. I should have played that card. I was debating, well, should I just not move and play that card? But then he was going to come in. And I said, well, this will give me a turn to get ready and then come after him. And oh, crap. All right, you got to draw 2 cards. I have to discard 2. Don't look at it. Just pick it and I'll look at it. Please, please, please. Extra ammunition and deduction. So that's not the worst outcome for me. I would have liked to have the extra ammunition, but that's okay. That's okay. You did a good job.
Why, thank you.
I'm exhausted. There are 2 clues that go here. It's a Shroud of 4, however. And I don't have my flashlight anymore. Your turn.
All right. I'm going to turn in 2 clues. So this is the 5th exhibit hall, which I'm then to for staff
Not the
shroud of, no Shroud of One, 0 clues. After you enter this location, lose all your remaining actions and immediately end your turn. While you're in this location, you get +2 agility. Oop-dee.
Yeah. So you're exhausted.
And there's no clues in there.
And there's no clues in here. And he's going to move there in the enemy phase. Okay, so the enemy phase, the bad guy moves into the museum halls. Does he have a prey on him? Prey instruction on him?
Hey, no, he does not.
Okay, so we get to choose if there's equidistant investigators.
Yes.
Okay, so that's the end of the enemy phase. A resource and a card. Oh yes. We both upkeep. And that's the end of this round. I'm going to start a new